Timeless tales for kids.
The Little Mermaid. In a sparkling underwater kingdom, where colorful fish darted around and seaweed forests swayed gently, lived Ariel, the youngest of 6 beautiful mermaid princesses. She had the brightest, most curious green eyes and hair as red as the coral reefs. More than anything, Ariel loved to explore. With her best friend, Flounder the fish, she would collect trinkets from shipwrecks and dream about the world above the waves. Her grandmother told her tales of humans and their world. She spoke of vast lands with towering mountains, sprawling forests, and cities with buildings so tall they touched the clouds. Ariel was fascinated and longed to see it all for herself. On her 15th birthday, her wish came true. She was allowed to swim up to the surface. As she broke through the water, the setting sun painted the sky in shades of gold and pink. Floating on the waves, Ariel saw a grand ship with tall masts and fluttering sails. Aboard the ship, young people were dancing and celebrating. Among them was a handsome prince with jet black hair and a kind smile. His name was Prince Eric. Suddenly, dark clouds gathered, and a fierce storm rocked the ship. With a loud crash, it broke apart. Ariel watched in horror as Prince Eric was thrown overboard. Without thinking, she swam swiftly through the raging waves and rescued him, taking him to a nearby shore. Laying him on the soft sand, she sang a soft lullaby. Her voice was so enchanting that even the storm seemed to quieten for a moment. As dawn approached, she heard voices and quickly swam away, leaving the prince with memories of a hauntingly beautiful song. Desperate to meet the prince again and be a part of his world, Ariel struck a dangerous deal with Ursula, the crafty sea witch. In exchange for her mesmerizing voice, Ariel received a potion that would give her human legs. But there was a catch. Ariel had to make Prince Eric fall in love with her and get a kiss of true love within 3 days, or she would turn into sea foam. On land, Ariel's grace and charm quickly caught Eric's attention, but he was fixated on finding the owner of the voice that had saved him. Ursula, eager to claim Ariel's soul, disguised herself and used the mermaid's voice to bewitch the prince. With the help of her loyal friends, Flounder and Sebastian, and some unexpected assistance from seagulls and other sea creatures, Ariel foiled Ursula's plans. In the final confrontation, the sea witch's dark magic was turned against her, and she was defeated. Seeing his daughter's courage and realizing the depth of her love for Eric, King Triton, Ariel's father, decided to grant her a special gift. With a wave of his trident, he transformed Ariel into a human. Ariel and Prince Eric were soon married in a grand celebration attended by both land dwellers and sea creatures. The 2 kingdoms rejoiced, and the love story of Ariel and Eric became a beloved tale, whispered by the waves and sung by the winds for generations to come.
The Frog Prince. In a sprawling kingdom surrounded by lush forests and shimmering lakes, there lived a kind-hearted princess named Lila. She had sparkling blue eyes and a laugh that sounded like tinkling bells. Her most cherished possession was a shiny golden ball, a gift from her grandmother. Every day, Lila would play with this ball in the palace gardens, tossing it high into the air and catching it. One sunny afternoon, while she was playing near a deep stone well, the ball slipped from her grasp. It fell into the well, sinking into its murky depths. Lila was devastated. She sat by the well, her eyes filling with tears. As she wept, a gentle voice asked, "Why are you so sad, dear princess?" Lila looked around and was surprised to see a green frog with big, round eyes staring at her from the water's edge. She explained her predicament. "I can help you retrieve your golden ball," the frog offered. "But in return, you must promise to be my friend. Let me eat from your golden plate, drink from your cup, and sleep beside you on your soft pillow." Thinking she'd never have to actually follow through and missing her ball terribly, Lila quickly agreed. The frog dived deep and soon emerged with the golden ball in his mouth. Overjoyed, Lila thanked the frog but hurried back to the palace, her promise forgotten. That evening, as the royal family sat down to dinner, a soft knocking echoed through the hall. The frog had come to claim his promise. Lila was hesitant and a bit scared, but her father, the wise king, reminded her of the importance of keeping one's word. Reluctantly, Lila let the frog in. He ate from her plate, drank from her cup, and when bedtime came, he hopped onto her pillow. Lila felt uneasy but remembered her promise. The next morning, a magical transformation took place. Instead of waking up to the frog, Lila found a handsome prince standing before her. He explained that he had been cursed by a wicked enchantress, and only the kindness and promise of a pure-hearted person could break the spell. Princess Lila and the prince, whose name was Eric, became the best of friends. Their bond grew stronger every day, and soon the entire kingdom celebrated their union. The story of the Frog Prince and the kind princess spread throughout the land, reminding everyone of the power of promises and the magic of kindness. The Gingerbread Man. In a small village, there lived an elderly couple who loved to bake. One day, the old woman decided to make something special, a gingerbread man. She carefully mixed the dough, shaped it into a man, and added currants for his eyes and buttons, and a cherry for his nose. Once he was decorated, she placed him in the oven to bake. As the delightful aroma of gingerbread filled the house, the old woman opened the oven to check if he was ready. To her astonishment, the gingerbread man jumped out of the oven and ran towards the door, shouting, "Run! Run! As fast as you can! You can't catch me! I'm the gingerbread man!" The old woman and her husband chased after him, but the gingerbread man was too fast. As he ran, he passed a cow grazing in the field. "Stop, gingerbread man!" mooed the cow, but he replied with his catchy rhyme and continued on his way. Next, he encountered a horse drinking from a stream. The horse, too, wanted a bite of the delicious-looking gingerbread, but he was met with the same response. The gingerbread man felt invincible and thought nobody could catch him. However, as he continued his escape, he came across a river. Knowing he'd get soggy if he tried to swim, he felt stuck. Just then, a sly fox appeared. "Jump onto my tail and I'll help you cross the river," offered the fox. Grateful for the help, the gingerbread man climbed onto the fox's tail. As they went deeper into the river, the fox told him to jump onto his back and then onto his nose to avoid the rising water. But as soon as they reached the other side, the fox, in one quick motion, tossed the gingerbread man into the air and gobbled him up. And that was the end of the gingerbread man. The moral of the story? It's always wise to be cautious and not be overly confident.